Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome to the third and final part of this first impressions look at Aliens vs. Predator Classic 2000. Of course, we've gone through two of the races now, the United States Colonial Marines as well as the Xenomorphs, and that just leaves us with the third most powerful race, at least in my opinion, the Predators. This one I have not played at all. It was not part of the previous recording that I wasn't using my microphone for. So this is all going to be new. Alright, we're trying to break into Area 52. Which I'm going to guess is probably not on Earth. I mean, I guess it could be. So, this definitely looks different right away. It's daytime, and we're out in the open here instead of inside a bunch of corridors or temple. Oh. Alright, so I'm assuming the one on the left is our health, and the one on the right is maybe our energy? Okay, we've got our wrist blade. It's got different kinds of... Alright, the wrist blade seems a little ineffectual there, just kind of patting him on the head with it. Okay, so that's our active camouflage. Seems effective up until close range, and I guess that's when they can actually see you. What else do we have? Got our classic Predator vision modes. Got kind of our thermal. I'm not sure what this one is. And then this one, which I think is Xenomorph finding mode. Or it could just be night vision, I don't know. We'll find out when we actually have stuff to see. Okay, we can zoom in. Do we have any other weapons right now? We've got the spear gun, the shoulder plasma caster, the Metacomp, which I'm assuming will just heal us. Okay, yeah, so it looks like our energy is regenerating on the right there. And I think that's all we have right now. I don't think we have the combi stick or whatever it is. I think we'll just use the spear gun? I mean, we could just use the wrist blades, but this thing's probably pretty silent. That's neat how the little laser pointer comes up when you get close to stuff. Okay, so does camouflage? Yeah, that uses our energy too. Alright.
Warning, intruder alert.
Unit 2, report in. Report in, Unit 2. Unit 2, do you copy? Damn, this call must be down.
Man, these FMV cutscenes are just getting better and better. The acting is improving with every one. Get my ammo back for that? So are we tracking a wounded predator, following this trail of blood here, to maybe kill them or rescue them? If it's a young blood. You know, maybe a young blood captured on their first hunt or something like that. So yeah, the Predator obviously is kind of the best of the three on an individual basis. The Xenomorph is kind of fragile at a distance, but deadly up close, and the Marine is fragile up close, but deadly at a distance, and the Predator just seems deadly all the time. In fact, my limited experience with AVP 2010, we ended up having the Predator on a team against the other two people, Xenomorph and the Marine, because the Predator was kind of OP in 1v1v1. Can I get across this? I can. Okay. Can I make this jump? Okay, Predator got some pretty good jumping distance too. Door activates below. No fall damage, it seems. Okay, so I assume... I don't know why the music just got really dramatic. I assume we're just looking for a switch in here? Or maybe just to break these things? I can't tell if I just exploded or that was supposed to happen. Fuck whatever that thing is. Can't see way up there, and one thing the Predator does not have is the ability to climb like the Xenomorph. We can't just stick the wrist blades in the wall. Okay, another path, but this just leads to more of these things. It's probably going to be a waste of energy, but let's try it. So, at least in the 2010 version, that shoulder cannon could insta-gib not only either of the other races in one shot, that's the button right there, but it could insta-gib multiple enemies that were standing close together. So the shoulder cannon seemed pretty OP. I don't know if that'll be the case here. It doesn't actually seem to use that much energy. Jump's a little awkward there. Alright, so yeah, the shoulder cannon also... What is hitting me from behind? The shoulder cannon is also a bit OP because it locks on, which it also did in 2010. Is that guy up there hitting me somehow? I seriously have no idea what's shooting me. Oh, you know what? I'm not getting shot. That's the sound the lock-on makes. Alright, it doesn't seem to explode and kill both of them in one shot, so it's a bit weaker, I think. So attacking causes you to instantly decloak. I mean, just the fact that the Predator can heal at will seems kind of a super powerful ability. Though again, if I remember correctly from the 2010 version, to get your energy back for your various Predator systems, you need to actually go to recharges on the map and power up. So that was kind of there to balance out all these abilities you had. It's like, yeah, you could use your shoulder cannon, then you gotta recharge after a couple shots. Locked. I want to know what this one does. Obviously it doesn't do anything with Marines. And this is probably, yeah, again, for Xenomorphs.
Report casualties. Repeat, all units, report casualties now. How bad are those casualties, people?
This thing got some serious recoil there. Just blew backwards. Find a way out of the gantries above. Is it this thing? When do I get the ability to record human voice samples and play them back as taunts? There is actually a taunt key. I think it's semicolon. Okay, just do a Predator roar. We're not gonna get up there from here. That's where we came from. That's... Well, I pressed this button, so maybe just open a door back here. Why did that man explode? Okay, so the wrist blades don't cause you to decloak, so they're a good stealth weapon. Again, kind of having multiple choices of arsenal here. You know, the Xenomorph was kind of the sneaky one that runs up and stabs stuff. Here you can just cloak and stab stuff. We're also not taking very much damage from these shots. I wonder if the Predator is limited in the number of people that can play as Predator in multiplayer. It's probably a server option you can set, right? This is supposed to still have working multiplayer, but I didn't see anyone hosting when I tried to test that, so don't know if I'll be able to do a fourth video just on the multiplayer, which is a shame, because again, I haven't played this game during its heyday, so I don't really know what the multiplayer is like. Is that a sentry gun sound? Oh no, that's the gate. I'm trying to activate when I get close to it. He saw me from pretty close. But then he didn't see me, so I don't know.
Okay, Marines. We got none of those predator creatures in here. Patrolling in groups. Do not allow yourself to be separated. We handled the last one, and I know we can do it again.
Gotta throw at least one Predator reference in there. So I wonder if we'll see any Xenomorphs in this level. Probably not. Clean cut. Is his head looking around? It's a little weird. Okay, so I'm running out of spears, which is a shame, because that actually seems like a really good weapon, too. What is this? Oh, it's a power loader. Sadly, that's probably just set decoration. That doesn't seem like the best at-rest position for it, though. Just arms splayed. These Union lifters, you know. They're just like, nope, it's lunch break. I gotta go now. Just leave this thing here. Oh, god damn it. These fucking automatic elevators.
No unauthorized personnel.
Definitely burning through my energy pretty quick. Oh, that's the end of the level. Alright. Okay, I guess that explains why we're here. It's not just an injured Predator, it's an actual Predator ship. And of course, one of the Predator's main things is that they can't leave any of their technology behind. So that
Intruder alert.
so that the various races that they hunt don't learn of their existence or, you know, improve their own technology. You should shut off that alarm. Thank you, Predator consciousness in my head.
Attention, all base units. The Predator has infiltrated the installation. Now, it's up to us. Keep it cool and watch each other's backs.
So does this thing just recharge our energy? It looks like it doesn't look like my energy's actually going down. It's actually actually kind of weird that the Predator has a normal view mode, considering that this is supposed to be their default biomasked mode. Oh, there we go. So far, I'll say the Predator design seems fairly similar to the Marine in that we're looking for switches, but seems a lot less mazy corridors. Like, I don't know, this just feels better. Seriously, that wrist blade is not very effective up close. Can we despine him? No? Guess these guys aren't worthwhile trophies. Okay, it's just an elevator.
Security breach. All units alert stay south.
I guess we're just not that invisible, even when we're not moving. Can I make that jump? No, probably not. We got our spears back though, so we should probably just use this thing. Seems like a one-shot kill. A pretty effective one-shot kill too. Send them flying. It's a shame we can't do the Fear 2, or Fear 2, just Fear in general. Geez, what was that gun called? There was a gun in Fear that could pin people to walls and they would just hang there. But of course, this game doesn't even have persistent corpses, because that's a bit too advanced for back then to handle. So, mostly a pipe dream. I bet these are all exploding barrels. Oh wow, he actually killed me really quick. Or I just wasn't watching my health. I just noticed that we didn't actually use any safes for the Predator in the first level. So he must be more powerful, because in the other two I definitely had to use saves to get through even the first level. Or maybe I'm just getting slightly better at this after playing it for a bit. Alright, got the security pass. Seems kind of weird to imagine a Predator just picking up a keycard and being like, yeah, I know what this is for. I understand these primitive human ways. There's a button here. No, this is an intercom. Yeah, this gun definitely has some recoil, even though it's just launching spears. Can't go back that way. I can make that jump. I wonder if I was supposed to make that jump. Probably.
Bridge lowering.
These old games also did not feel bad about making you do difficult platforming in first person. Oh, I'm gonna get crushed. Okay. This looks breakable. We already been here? This is where it came from. Then go down here. This looks like I've already been here. There's a door behind all this, but I don't think that's where we're going. That just goes back up. It said bridge forming, so I'm wondering if I have to go back the way we came. Oh yeah, this wasn't here a second ago. Just gotta go back up. Where was that staircase? I literally just saw it. Oh, it's an elevator. Let's not get squished by that. Interesting that the shoulder caster also doesn't bring you out of cloak. Just the spear gun. I wonder if that's because the spear gun is the most powerful per shot. And you could kind of just use that as a sniper rifle, I assume. How did that one guy kill me so quickly? Pack of smokes or something. We're gonna find this predator ship and then we're gonna call it a day for this trio of videos. That's just that door. Down we go. This looks like a challenging jump. Yeah, no shit.
Marines, security level 2 has been breached. All doors are being sealed. Stand your ground, Marines.
See, at least with the Predator, when I'm on fire, I can put myself out, or at least heal enough to not die. Alien, you catch on fire, you're pretty much fucked. Of course, we just have a lot more health as the Predator, too. Uses a lot of energy to heal. Luckily, our spear gun doesn't use energy. What? Those bullets didn't hit me until I had already passed the door. This guy's gonna be tricky. Oh, there's an energy recharge on the wall there. Let's just get in there and stab him. I wonder if that's... Oh, yeah, that looks like a one-time use, I guess. Killed all these guys.
Level 2 doors unlocked.
Predator trail continues here, or that's my blood, which I'm pretty sure it is. Civilians here, we must be getting close. Oh. Is that a rocket launcher, or did he fire a grenade? I imagine in multiplayer 2, when you hear that, you'll know that the Predator's healing. Hey man, if you don't want the Predator to kill you, don't have a weapon. I'm gonna say that you can probably see me even when I'm invisible. Yeah, it's just heat-seeking or something like that. Find a way around. There's a door there. I'm fairly certain a Predator would not be that inconvenienced by a sentry gun, but okay. Wow, for the second there, I was playing so much, I thought this was the default mission mode. I was like, oh, better switch back to heat mode, and then I realized I was already in heat mode. It's definitely a lot less jarring than the Marine's night vision. That man has a rocket launcher. Shoulder cannon's also pretty handy, but it does burn a big chunk of your energy every time you fire. Luckily, there's another recharge here. I don't know, the Predator definitely seems to have it the easiest, even in just level design.
What the hell's going on out there? We've lost sight of the intruder! All units report immediately!
Oh, I see. So that guy was a synthetic, so he doesn't show up in our heat thing, but he shows up in our, I don't know, machine thing? Can also get headshots with the plasma cannon. I think we need to find a security card down here. Is there a door I'm missing here? One of these washing machines have a keycard in it. You are next to a laundry chute. Oh, okay. What does that mean? Ah, I see. I can break that. Handy. There's our ship we were looking for. See, I was moving like right in front of that guy and he didn't see me, so I don't know how well this thing works with the AI. Pretty weird looking Predator ship. I don't know what... Looks like a giant spider, or like a wasp or something. Just like fleshy texture. And that's the end of the level. I just want to start here because it says that we got our 2 other weapons from the ship. So I just want to see what those are. Spear gun, shoulder cannon, medicomp, pistol. Alright, so the pistol shoots an explosion. And then the disc is this spinning blade, right? And if we press comma, you can recall the disc. So it's a death frisbee. Oh, and it locks on too. Okay, so it comes back on its own. It's only recall it if it gets stuck in something like the wall. But if you have a good open space like this, you can just behead people and pick it back up. Oh, what's the matter now, buddy? And he melts in jelly. But yeah, that's the final race. It definitely seems fun playing as a Predator, as you'd expect. There's really not a lot of good Predator games. I mean, there's the AVP games where you can play as a Predator, and then there was a console RTS where you can play as a Predator race, but it's not really the same thing. And then there was Predator Concrete Jungle, which apparently was a really terrible third-person shooter where you played as a Predator in like alternate future Earth. And there was a guy who was splashed with predator blood as a child and became a superhuman who wanted to capture predators and take their technology or something like that. Maybe we'll take a look at that someday. Maybe sooner rather than later, now that things are working out well on the PS2 front. But yeah, so all in all, I'd say that this definitely feels like a product of its time. As someone who hasn't played it, I can't really look at this, of course, with the nostalgia goggles that presumably some people would look at it with, but it just seems like a very basic shooter where they're like, we just need, you know, simple premise for each of these races to be killing each other, basically. There's no real story. I mean, there's probably a little bit of story tying these levels together, but it's mostly like, go here, pull the switch so you can get here. Oh, there's a predator, you should probably kill him. I don't know. And from what I've heard, AVP2 has a lot more kind of story to the campaigns, and they're kind of linked together, unlike these ones. So, it'll be interesting. We're definitely going to take a look at that next, and kind of do the same three-parter with it for the races, as I'm curious to see the comparison between that and this. So yeah, definitely not a bad game or anything, it just feels like it probably hasn't aged the best, compared to something like, you know, Deus Ex. That's kind of my comparison for old shooters. Deus Ex kind of made up for its clunkiness with being a RPG. This just feels like a sort of Quake or Unreal Tournament campaign, except with these familiar characters. And then also guys with guns. But yeah, I've been Shadefire. This was a multi-part look at Aliens vs. Predators Classic 2000. And I hope you'll join me again for future endeavors. And who knows, maybe we'll do a get together and do a multiplayer thing sometime. That would be nice. But until then, you folks all take care. Oh, and I should mention, this game is only $5 on Steam, or Good Old Games. So if you want to pick it up and, you know, play multiplayer with your buddies, it's definitely not a pricey game to do, especially when it goes on sale for like $1. But yeah, take care, folks.